before we say, Imam Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, used to say, before I would utter any word, I would present it to the angel on my right and the angel on my left. So there's this type of muraqabah, this type of vigilance, knowing and observing that we're in fact being watched. Before we're being watched by cameras and human beings, we're being watched by Allah and His noble angels that are in fact scribing all of our deeds. So we need to in fact be reflective and go back to those principles of our faith.
Abu Bakr, does every single individual, every Muslim around the world have the right to go out and criticize other ideologies, other people, other bashariah specifically?
Yeah, I think the most extreme one of all in terms of criticism would be the takfir, labeling others kuffar and so on. And first and foremost, the idea of takfir is a noble thing in Islam. I mean, it wasn't something that was to be belittled, but how it's being used today and the way it goes on about today and the hands it's in and the people that do it and deliver it is being done in a very incorrect manner. And if you were to see the life of the Salaf, rahimahumullah, even if you were to look into the life of Ibn Taymiyyah, rahimahullah, at the end of his life, he used to say, I did not make takfir of anyone who made wudu, because the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, وَلَا يُحَافِظُ عَلَى الْوُضُوءِ إِلَّا مُؤْمِنٌ. Right, and you find also Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari in his book, he'd say, فَإِنَّنَا لَا نُكَفِّرُ أَهْلَ الْقِبْلَةِ. Those who would face the Qibla, we never made takfir of them. For this is a very dangerous topic. I think when it comes to criticism, the most dangerous thing you could ever open your mouth with and say is to accuse another person of kufr. And this person, you know of him that he makes wudu, that he faces the Qibla, and these are ahadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying that only a believer, a mu'min, is the one who would always be consistent in his wudu. This idea of criticism and making takfir and labels of people should be left to the people of knowledge, and it's after a long study that they do with such a person that things would, basically they'll come on a conclusion or a ruling about such a person. Allah.
So what is your advice for people on social media who take it on themselves, to police right and wrong and put people in such categories?
That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to ask you about him on the Day of Judgment. But Allah will ask you about, did you give him an advice or not? Right? So the thing is, you rush to give a ruling on such a person. He's an innovator, he's misguided, he's a kafir. You've never seen him in your life. You've never given him a nasiha in your life. You've never even just sat face to face with him to make sure that that's what he's upon, and to make him at least give, you hear about him, but you never hear from him, right? And so the advice is, before you rush to any of this, and if you think you're at that capacity and you have that knowledge, then that knowledge should have led you to go to him. The Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah are people who don't only have knowledge, but they also have insaf and adl, which is fairness and justice.